Ms Holgate, the last time you were in this room was on the 22nd of October last year, of which only hours later the Prime Minister demanded that you go. Is it what you are putting to us today that you were forced out because you resisted the further privatisation of Australian Post services?
I don't know why the Prime Minister took the action he did. I'm putting to you today, I was unlawfully stood down and my contract got repudiated. I've only ever asked for respect, and I have never been allowed it. So maybe I answer that slightly differently. I don't know why the Prime Minister did what he did. But I was unlawfully stood down, I believe, because he instructed it to do so.
Having watched how the Prime Minister has engaged in relation to members of his cabinet, members of his government, men who have been accused of behaving badly, do you feel that there's a difference in the way you were treated by the Prime Minister?
I absolutely do, Senator. No one afforded me the opportunity. The Chair spoke to me briefly twice. I'm told the Prime Minister was not briefed properly. I still do not believe that really allows those actions to take place. You would have hoped, I don't just lead Australia Post, I co-chair the trade board for this country with one of his ministers. You would have hoped I may have been deserved the opportunity for either the Minister or the Prime Minister to speak to me. Neither did. The Prime Minister has never spoken to me, and I'm sure his team has looked through comprehensively the evidence I provided to the Senate.
I think to anybody watching how this issue has unfolded, there seems to be a stark difference of treatment towards you versus some of the blokes in his own ranks.
Well, I don't want to be rude here, but on November the 9th, just as there was another Senate estimates inside this very room, at the same time ran a Four Corners programme. And following that programme, the Prime Minister was asked about the behaviour of two of his ministers. His response was that was 2 years ago. I gave 4 watches in reward to people who brought an incredible contribution to Australia Post 2 years ago. That was never shared. He has people in his cabinet. He has people in members of Parliament who are being accused of the most terrible atrocities to women, proven with one of them, and they're allowed to stand and still remain in their jobs and represent our country. I was forced to stand down.